Yes, so what a year it's been in the world of boxing. Ruddy hell, our lovely plums have been caressed by a whirlwind of great fights, great knockouts and a cheeky scandal or two. So let's round up all the important fights and the highlights right now in double quick time. Here we go. So it all began in January with Ortiz versus Martin, a pay-per-view barnstormer watched by about 15 people. Yes, Ortiz was knocked down twice, then beat up Martin in the 6th round. He got his arm tied up, he looked like a right plum. On to February the 19th. With Khan versus Brook. It only took about 32 years for this fight to get made, but Khan was dismantled by Brook and TKO'd in the 6th round. Brook was overjoyed and posed like a crackhead. He was double happy. It was then off to Glasgow for Taylor Catchroy in what was billed as an easy fight for Taylor, but it just so happened he ended up getting overpowered, knocked down, deducted a point, and then fucking winning. Do the maths on that one. What a load of bollocks. Anyway, then we went down to Nottingham on the 12th of March for what people would call fight of the year. Yes, Wood versus Conlon. Wood was down in round 1 with his perm all over the gaff, and then an epic battle ensued with Wood becoming stronger and stronger as the fight went on before finally sending the Irishman flying out the ring, and Conlon said, "Oh fuck it, I might as well do a little fucking handstand on my way down." And he did, a superb bit of gymnastics there. Everyone feared for Conlon's safety other than Ben Davidson, who celebrated his bollocks off. "I don't give a monkeys," he said. Then up to Leeds for Josh Warrington to try and regain his world title against Kiko Martinez, and here's how the fight went. And Josh Warrington won. Brilliant stuff. He realised after the Maurizio Lara rematch that the boxing ring is no place for fists and punching people. Headbutting is much more fucking effective. Bosh, there we are. Then we go into April for the highly anticipated Fury White fight. The build-up was supposed to be of epic proportions. Yes, two warriors with a severe dislike for each other. Bring it on, we said, but yeah. White didn't even turn up to the first presser, but when he finally did, they stood face to face and started fucking tickling each other. I mean, bloody hell, it was like watching the fucking Teletubbies. Terrific. Luckily, the fight lived up to expectations though. It was an absolute barnstorm. No, sorry, it wasn't, was it? It was absolute toilet. White got uppercutted for the 200th time and Fury won. Anyway, on to the girls. I can't think of many jokes for this one. So anyway, close fight between Taylor and Serrano. Taylor won and she was double happy. She said,
"Thank you so much, so grateful for all the support."
"Thank you, Katie then." Sorry. Then we move on to the formidable Ron Weasley against Bivol. Canelo was talking about fighting Usyk before this fight, but then Bivol beat him up, so he said, "Nah, fuck it, I'll stay in the midget weight class." And talking of midgets, we then went on to Brooklyn, where the kind-hearted Gervonta Davis fought Romero, knocking him out in the 6th round, and was a true sportsman, showing the utmost respect to his opponent after winning. Look at this. Great to see. Sort of, anyway. Into June, and Devin Haney bored the bollocks off of us, beating Kamba Dosa. Ardeznaus Beterbiev knocked out Joe Smith, and then Joe Cordina landed an absolute perler on Kenichiwa Awagawa. Sorry, Kenichiwa Gagawa. Fuck no, some Japanese geezer. Oh, and Dubois knocked out Don King's Trevor Bryant. Unlucky Don, you knobhead. Then it was make or break in July for Derek Chisora against Pulev, and would you Adam and Eve it? Del Boy finally got the W. He was straight on the blower to Luke Fury. "Hello Tyson, I got the win. You gonna give us that payday we talked about, bruv?" "Yeah, no worries. Actually, how about we do it for free on free-to-air television? We give back to the fans." "Bollocks." "Yeah, you're right. Fair enough. Bollocks to that. We'll see if we could charge 30 quid for it, actually. Fuck 'em. Alright, mate. Toodle pip." Anyway, Joe Joyce and his double naughty chin went through hammer this month also, but then it was August and Ortiz Jr. knocked out Mickelson in 9 rounds before it was off to Saudi for the mega rematch of Usyk Joshua. Yes, the Brit gave a much better account of himself this time round, but was still outworked by the nutty Ukrainian. However, the respectful Joshua, who's usually very humble in defeat, was fucking fuming. He was throwing the belts out the ring, grabbing the mic. He said, "Yeah, I don't know what's happening out there, bruv, but it's not nice." Usyk stood there looking like a taxi driver who's trying to get the bloke he's supposed to take home off the fucking karaoke. Yeah, it was all a bit bloody awkward, to be honest. Then we had the epic birth of Miss Tits. Yes, Ski versus two plums who couldn't box. Swamp and Pinhead. He even made himself a nice pair of belts that night. Ah, look at him. They're cute belts, Ski. Well done, mate. But just before we get on to September, fellow boxing fans, have a cheeky look at this.
If you're a boxing fan and never want to miss a fight, Boxing Showtimes is the app you need. This is a professional boxing schedule in your pocket that keeps you up to date on what's going on in the world of boxing. Enjoy watching fights in a bar, sipping a cold one? We got you. An interactive map with your local boxing bars is available to you at any time. And that's not everything. Set reminders, buy tickets, watch official highlights, get boxing news, and so much more. Download now. Thank us later.
Brilliant. Now, where were we? Yes, then it was September. Cartman beat Ortiz, Chris Evans returned to beat Golovkin, who looked about 94 years old, and Joe Joyce showed his class by beating Parker. Now, we all know how good Joe Joyce is with words and had this to say to the world after his superb win.
I'm sorry, again? Sorry?
Thanks, Joe. Well said. Then it was October, and finally it was the All Brit affair we were double frothy for. Yes, Eubank versus Benn. Oh dear, that didn't go too well. Conor overdone it with the old eggs apparently, so that one got called off. We won't talk about it now because people have got their own opinions on this situation. I'ma let you make your own mind up. Bosh, I can't help myself, sorry. He's proved his innocence now anyway, so we're all excited to hear the evidence. That's it, sorry, I won't do anymore. Anywho, yes, a history-making all-women's night came next on the 15th with a mouthy old Shields beating Marshall, and on the same night, Wilder returned performing a friggin' exorcism on Hellenius. Bloody hell. As well as that night, Haney beat Cambosis again, not that anyone gives a fuck. Then Jake Paul beat 112-year-old Anderson Silva, and Katie Taylor beat this lady. Then it was November. Bivol beat Ramirez. Sonny Edwards beat some bloke who looks like a dodgy headmaster. You can tell the old cost of living's having an effect on things. Sonny looks fucking freezing. And then one of the greatest boxers in the history of the sport, Floyd Mayweather, who beat every champion, won every belt, considers himself to be the best ever, managed to beat a YouTuber called Deji. A man who's lost 3 fights to 3 other YouTubers. Well done, Mayweather. Legacy defining stuff, bruv. Anyway, Ricky Hatton had a cheeky comeback facing Barrera in an exhibition. Big up the Hitman. Jonas won another world title. Dillian White scraped through Jermaine Franklin. And Zach Parker called it a day against Ryder due to a hand injury in the 4th round. Some people might say that Parker quit against Ryder. Some people might even say they had 20 quid on Parker to win, and the fact that he retired in the 4th round means they might as well have used that 20 quid to wipe their own arse. Not me, of course. I wouldn't say anything like that. Yeah, moving on. Finally, in December, Kelly Look Mustard schooling Troy Williamson. Espresso beat Hot Chocolate in their 3rd fight. And then it was the big one, the trilogy we all wanted. Fury versus Chisora. Yes, the heating bills are through the roof. The petrol prices are at insane levels. And an expensive Christmas is just around the corner. But fuck all that. Fury needs another multi-million payday. Bosh, 27 quid to watch in Spa Chisora. Thanks a lot. Yeah, you'll be completely shocked to hear that Chisora lost again. But also on this night, Dubois got put down 3 times in the 1st round against Lorena, but luckily everybody forgot about the 3 knockdown rule that was in effect and the bell went 10 seconds early. What a result. Danny Boy went on to show a lot of heart and get the win. Blinding stuff. We were then back to the USA for Crawford to show his levels against Avanesian, knocking him out in 6 rounds, and then Josh Warrington was back. But this time he lost the fight, losing a narrow decision to Lopez. Maybe try your fist next year, Josh. And then finally an epic finish to the year with a nutty knockout from Chris Smith, rather. Bosh! Yes, good night. And there we are. Yes, we've covered it all, ladies and gentlemen. Roll on 2023. Hopefully it's fruitful with all the fights we deserve. I mean, bring on Spence Crawford, bring on Tank Garcia, and bring on Fury Chisora 4. Superb stuff. Thanks for watching, you bunch of paintings. Like and subscribe. Yes, bosh.